Hey guys, what's going on? This is Tom with the Strength Agenda, talking training, answering your questions. Today's question, we are talking about missing snatches out front. This is a very common mistake with lifters. It's something that happens 9 times out of 10. If you miss a snatch, it's out front. So we have a couple technical cues that Derek and I are going to go over that'll hopefully help you guys solve this little riddle that you have. First things first, we're going to talk about your hand position with the snatch itself. In that power position, whenever you're setting yourself up, most people have those hands that are nice and relaxed through here. What we actually want you to do is we want you to turn those knuckles down, like you're riding a motorcycle or a dirt bike or something like that. We want those knuckles turned down. What this is going to do is this is going to create a little bit of internal rotation with that shoulder. Not a ton. We don't want you completely like rounded through here, but it's going to create a little bit of internal rotation. And what that's going to do is it's going to help you when you make contact with that hip. If your hand is relaxed, the tendency is for that bar to come away from you like so. But if the wrist is turned down, the shoulder is slightly internally rotated, when you make contact, that elbow is going to be more inclined to come up and back as you hit your finish. Now that we got your hand position all set and your shoulders are in a good position, we're going to be talking about once you make contact through that finish. So Derek, just go ahead and go a couple, nice and easy, 5 times through, nice and slow. Biggest thing we want him focusing on is after he makes contact, we want that bar coming up and back into the body. These elbows are back through here. We're not turned out like so. We're not pulling back through here, but a good middle ground of up and back. I'm going to do that again. Biggest thing we want is that we want that bar coming up and back, slicing that body right below the sternum. Act like you're trying to pull that bar through the body, like you're trying to cut yourself in half. Now, once you get to this point, you can only go so much higher. So Derek's going to come through here and he is going to actively turn over. You've got that uncomfortable internal rotation. He's going to turn over into that catch and flick those wrists into that overhead position. Remember when we had those knuckles down? Once you're making contact, he's going to come up and through and turn that wrist over into the catch. If you do this right from the start, this will make or break your lift and it will allow you to push that bar right back into the slot. Let's go ahead and go all the way from the floor, all the way through there to the elbow and over. So focus on trying to pull that bar up and back through your body. And then once you go to actively turn that bar over, I want you flicking that wrist, making sure that we are getting that good rotation, putting that bar right in the spot where it needs to be. All right, guys, so one of our drills that we like to use to teach the athlete to be active and to work on those cues that we just talked about with the shoulders and the hands is a muscle snatch. A muscle snatch is simply once you are going down from whether a hang, power, or floor position, you're making contact like you normally would, and then your legs stay straight and you have to actively pull those shoulders up and through the body. The focus of this is keeping that bar nice and close, not banging the bar way out in front of you, and that we're focusing on pulling that bar through the body. You may feel like you're going to hit yourself in the face. That is quite all right. A good trick that somebody taught me to do with this one is to act like you have a hat on your head, or actually physically put a ball cap on your head. You should be able to knock it off when you're doing a snatch or any other variation of the snatch drill. But the biggest thing to focus on is making sure we are keeping those knuckles down, shoulder slightly internally rotated, and we are pulling that bar up and through the body, staying active in the turnover. A second drill that we like to do with athletes to teach them how to, stay connected with that bar and help keep that bar from being missed out in front is a tall snatch. So the way you're going to perform a tall snatch is you're going to get up on the toes, and then you are going to actively pull yourself under with no dip and drive and meet that bar in the catch. The goal here, like I said, up high on those toes, then actively pull that bar up and through the body. This is a great one for seeing that the athlete, if they're leaving that bar out in front or if they're doing a good job of pulling that bar back, because they don't get to use their legs to aid in the lift. The focus here again, nice and tight, bar close to the body, almost like you're trying to knock a hat off your head into that catch position. And then the secondary benefit of this movement is it actually teaches you to meet that bar, to feel where that bar should be in the catch, whether it's out in front, right over the head, or a little bit behind. But the goal of this one is actively pull yourself under the bar and then meet it in the catch.